Hello my friends, welcome back to the channel. We're once again returning to LARA FABIAN, this time performing Je t'aime. This video recommendation is coming from one of my patrons over on Patreon. So if you want your recommendations and suggestions bumped up to the top of the list, you should check it out. All the links are in the description. You can also check out Buy Me a Coffee if Patreon's not for you. A little prediction before we begin. LARA FABIAN. I'm guessing this is going to be very dramatic in the best way possible. I love the fact that she's so invested and so passionate about what she's singing about, and she's able to tell stories too. So I predict that there's going to be a really interesting and exciting narrative threaded throughout this piece.
D'accord, il existait d'autres façons de se quitter. Quelques éclats de verre auraient peut-être pu nous aider dans ce silence amer. J'ai décidé de pardonner les erreurs qu'on peut faire à trop s'aimer. Petite fille, moi souvent te réclamais, presque comme une mère. Tu me bordais, me protégeais, je t'ai volé ce sang qu'on n'aurait pas dû partager. Un bout de monde de rêve, je vais crier.
Okay, great start already. I mean, doesn't get much better than that. And with this French music, I love the fact that she's singing in French. She does it so well. When you sing a song in which you speak the language, there's just a level of depth that I think you don't get anywhere else. Like I can sing in Italian and I can learn all the translation and I can learn all the diction rules and things like that. But being able to speak it, there's just a deeper level. And with this French music, it always seems like it's incredibly passionate. There's oftentimes references to blood and breaking things and this kind of slow burn passion. And that's what I'm getting here as well. Compared to maybe some of the Italian passion where it's bigger and a bit more in your face, this is kind of slow burning. I like it.
Même ceux dont seul un frère est le gardien inavoué dans cette maison de pierre. Satan nous regardait danser. J'ai tant voulu la guerre de corps qui se faisaient le paix.
The vibrato there, it's always so even and so beautiful. I like this style of singing. It's a little different from what I'm used to in a way, because I was expecting with this piece in particular, Je t'aime, I was expecting a very big and dramatic kind of sound from her, almost this massive proclamation of love. And we might still get that, but I just like the fact that it's actually quite soft and intimate. Even on the higher parts where she's kind of opening the mouth and letting it rip, it's not as explosive as I thought. and it's nice. It's a nice change. Again, I always say this with Lara Fabian. She's just got so much variety in her voice, and there's kind of a surprise in each song. And I think that's what really makes her special. There's always a unexpected twist in some way. I'm really interested in the lyrics here. Now, I don't speak French, so I'm going to trust that the translations here are somewhat accurate. But she's saying, I love you like a fool, like a soldier, like a movie star, like a wolf, like a king, like a man that I am not. So it seems to me, and this could be lost in the translation a bit, but it seems to me that she's loving this person, or she's loved this person in so many ways. And in such a way, like if you're saying like a wolf, like a king, like a man, it could mean that maybe she's just loving this person so passionately like they would, or also just in the different ways in which they would. I'm not quite sure what that means yet, but I'm intrigued by the lyrics.
Dans cette maison de pierre, Satan nous regardait danser. J'ai tant voulu la guerre, de corps qui se faisaient la paix. Je t'aime comme un fou, comme un soldat, comme une star de cinéma. Je t'aime comme un loup, comme un roi, comme un homme que je ne suis pas. Tu vois, je t'aime comme ça.
Yes, she's gonna run off into the distance. Who knows what's happening next? But yeah, I'm actually really enjoying the softness, the tenderness here. Even when she's singing higher, it's still very soft. Like she doesn't want to be too disruptive in a way, and she wants her audience almost to come to her a little bit more. She's still doing some of the classic Lara Fabian things that we've talked about on this channel. She loves the chicken wing. She kind of has the tilt there. She even sometimes shows her bottom teeth when she opens the mouth. We also get some of that as well. Great singer. Such a great singer. And this concert is 1 hour and 38 minutes. So can you imagine? Just think of the amount of effort and energy she puts into every piece on its own. But to do that across a 2-hour concert, that's got to be exhausting. And maybe you can comment down below for those of you who have seen her live in concert. I'm assuming based on all the videos that I've done of Lara Fabian that she's just a professional and she's going to give it her all from beginning to end. But I'd love to know your thoughts on that.
J'ai tenté 1000 fois de lui dire je t'aime. Je lui ai écrit, je lui ai chanté, je lui ai donné. Je ne lui ai jamais menti, et jamais je ne l'ai trahi. Jamais je lui disais je t'aime, je t'aime. Je t'aime comme un fou, comme un soldat, comme une star de cinéma. Tu vois, je t'aime comme ça.
Okay, well-deserved flowers and applause. Amazing. This is very interesting to me. So she finally gave us kind of a bigger, more explosive moment, which is classic Lara Fabian. But I like the fact that this entire piece was kind of softer. So interesting. She went over and back to the piano, and she almost used the pianist, and I'm sure if you're a Lara Fabian fan, maybe you know who the pianist is, but she used him as kind of a figure in the song. It was almost like when she went over there, she was referencing him as if he were the character that she was saying, I love you to. I should also comment on the piano as well. It's really great to hear somebody playing almost like a piano solo. It's technically the accompaniment for her, but at the same time, it's got its moments of solo. So it's kind of the next best thing we can expect from a vocal duet. This is more of a vocal piano duet. And what was the twist we got in this? She held that note way longer than I expected, and it was so soft. I want to listen to that one more time. That was pretty special. So I'm going to dig really deep in terms of interpretation for that note. Even if she wasn't necessarily thinking this, or any of you have thought of it, I'm going to go there. So it seems like through this piece, she's describing a relationship that she was involved in which she gave it her all. She loved this person unconditionally. She did everything. She was loyal. She didn't lie. She loved him, and probably, I'm going to assume, held on to the relationship desperately for as long as she could. And that note there was uncommonly long and unexpectedly long. And I'm going to draw that comparison that she did the same thing with that note, just holding on, holding on until she couldn't. And she's also saying, I love you. So I think there's a couple factors in there that contribute to long note and then release. Just like her relationship, she held out, she loved for as long as she could, and then it ended. It's always interesting to me when the melody and the harmony and the overall soundscape reflects the lyrics. That to me means that it's a well-written song. I don't know who wrote it, or if she wrote it, or if a team of people wrote it. I don't really know. But to me, it seems like all of those elements come together to create this really nice song. That's kind of one of the problems I have with newer music and newer pop songs, is that it's this crazy dance beat, but then it could be about breaking up or something like that. Like, it just doesn't match up. And songs like this actually have some texture to them. They actually have some meat on the bones, for lack of a better term. And I don't think Lara Fabian would ever perform or write or do any piece that didn't have a depth to it. And I think as Lara Fabian fans, maybe you're brand new to Lara Fabian, that if you're going to go down the rabbit hole of her performances, expect a lot of emotion and a lot of passion and a lot of artistry. And honestly, I don't think that everybody's ready for that. I don't think I was ready for that when I first started listening to her and watching these videos on YouTube, which we're so lucky to have all of these resources. But I didn't really know what to say or do because it was just so much. But now that I've done quite a few Lara Fabian videos, I've come to really appreciate the artistry and just the overall passion. I think I was really taken with the voice, obviously, at first. Like, that just really grabs you. But it's all the other things too that contribute to this wonderful artist. And that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you'll probably enjoy some of the videos popping up on your screen. Don't forget to check out my Patreon and all the other links in the description. Thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next video.
Je t'aime.